Hello there. There is sound on this video. What do you know? What do you know? And here we are, ready for another wine stream event. Now, normally these wine streams are going to be Patreon only. Probably by the time the next one rolls around. But I'm doing them on here to try to raise awareness for the most important thing in the history of forever. Fingering the Mundane only has 3 days left, guys. 3 days. So if you haven't, run over, there's a link in the description below to the Indiegogo page where you can take a look at Fingering the Mundane and look at all the cool shit that I'm offering on there. I think I'm going to offer a copy of this to everybody who signs up at all. So this is one night, the chapbook for August. And this is included in one of the tiers, but I think everyone who has signed up is going to get one of these. So that's like a new thing, but I can't add anything to it for some reason. I don't fucking know. I don't know how Indiegogo works. I just know that I have 3 days left to raise the money I need to do what I want to do with that book. So, really pulling for it here. I have 15 beautiful backers. We're, I think, at like 560, give or take, like right around there. And we're trying to get to 1,200. So, yeah, so that's how this is going to go. Yeah, so we'll see how that works. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. And then this whole last week with the computer fiasco, it's very it takes a lot out of you for sure. So now we're just gonna wind down and talk about shit. Let me see if I did what I think I did. Let me see if I could do this while this is going. Yep. Okay, cool. Did that just say what I think it said? I'm getting so fucking tired of this, dude. Ugh. Oh, it's because it says it in the thing. Jesus Christ. Me and my stupid titles for books. I should have just wrote fucking and it would have been fine. Well, now you know, guys. Fingering is worse than fucking, according to YouTube's standards and practices. So I bet that's interesting. Oh, but yeah, so we'll let this go. We'll let this marinate for a bit. I wish I could fucking listen to some music right now. I've been listening to X all day, and the fact that they're not like bigger than the Beatles, I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. Oh, fucking brilliant stuff. And then for those of you who were with me earlier today for the podcast, I used my new HP and used Windows to put together a chapbook just to see what it's like to do it on here. And it's a fucking pain in the ass. And I ended up having to, once I made like a rough PDF, I had to fucking send it to myself and open it up on the Mac to put it in my software I have on there real quick. And of course, it took like 3 hours to do it. But yeah, like that's not going to be an option much longer. So hopefully I will just have. And the fact that you have to fucking pay for Windows, what the fuck is that? Or not Windows, but Word. You have to pay for fucking Word and all the other shitty fucking programs that don't work properly. So fucking stupid. But anyway. So, what can I do while you guys are showing up? I guess I can do whatever the fuck I want. So, let's see. I'm going to do this. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's awesome. Yeah. Look at that. I like that. I like that a lot. So yeah, we're just in the dark now. Yep, we're in the dark. Let's see. And we're back. That's amazing, that white balance we have there. So once you get into the chat, tell me what you're drinking, and yeah, and like this video, share this video, and run over to Indiegogo and help a brother out. I guess I could just go about my business and do other stuff. I just watched a video on Instagram about this fucking anti-masker in like a Florida airport throwing just like a complete little bitch fit. um, there are some things that like aren't political, aren't religious, aren't anything. Motherfuckers have died from a fucking pandemic, and the longer there's people who refuse to play along, the longer this whole thing's going to go. And we're probably going to go into another lockdown for a bit because of stupid fucking assholes that don't want to fucking play ball. It's like any other fucking pandemic that there's been. It's, I don't know, like motherfuckers don't get chickenpox and polio anymore. Like, what's the big deal here? I think anti-maskers should also be anti-condom, and they should like go up and fuck the dirtiest hookers they could find without a condom to prove a point that anything like a mask, a vaccination, or a condom is your government trying to control you or some other fucking stupid bullshit. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Finally, somebody fucking punched this fucking cockknocker in the face. So that was fucking cool. I hate to break it to everybody, but there is no giant cabal in making you wear masks. Personally, most of you are fucking ugly, so I appreciate everyone wearing a mask all the time. It makes going out in public easier for someone like me. But you know, there's a medical purpose for this, a purpose for society. So there is nothing wrong with wearing a mask. You're not going to choke. You're not going to not breathe. You're not going to drop dead. You're not going to turn into a communist. You're not going to lose your gun rights by wearing a fucking mask. So calm the fuck down. Go home and worship your orange fucking Buddha. And, hope that 2024, you guys with your horrible politics could win again. Like, who fucking cares? This is just so we don't fucking die. People are so fucking stupid. This is great. Like, I keep having one person come in and then leave, and then one more person will come in and leave, and then one more person comes in and leaves. So it could be political talk, it could be alcohol, it could be cigarette related. I think everyone needs to just chill the fuck out and grow a fucking pair of nuts, because everyone's bitching about shit that doesn't fucking matter. So it's very annoying. Everyone gets their fucking feelings hurt too much. Just fucking deal with it. Hello, how are you doing tonight? And what are you drinking? But yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't get it. Good. It usually takes like about a half hour for notifications to get out. Everyone drinks water on nighttime drink streams. That's okay. Water is good for you. What kind of water? Is it straight out of the tap? Is it filtered? Is it mineral? Is it sparkling? What's happening with your water? Is there crystal light in it? I know people who only drink water, but like they fill half the glass up with whiskey as well. So I don't know if that's the same thing. It's not the same thing. I'm being silly. Let me see. What are my options here with this? Oh, thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for making this much more complicated. I see. It's purified drinking water with a blackberry lemonade mix. That sounds fucking delicious. If I were you, I would have opened with blackberry lemonade, and then just said it's a mix and some purified drinking water. Um, but yeah, blackberry lemonade sounds good as F. Where are you located? You don't have to give me your address. Just give me a rough state, unless it's Rhode Island, because then it's too small and everyone will be able to find you. But where are you at? Where you at? Nice. Trying to remember. Hello, TK421. Why are you not at your post? TK421, why aren't you responding? I'm trying to remember what county it is, because like the Jack Daniels distillery, that county it was in used to be a dry county, but I'll always be a West Virginia girl. There are some other WV girls that come in here. It's amazing. I know it's Lynchburg, but I can't remember if that's the county or if that's the city. but yeah, it's a dry county, and so like the whole area reeks like sour mash, and no one's allowed to drink. It's like one of those strange anomalies that happen. TK, what are you drinking? We don't have to drink on this, but it's just something I would be doing right now anyway, so it makes it a little more fun. Nebraska is my post. How close, and you don't have to say if you are in it. Dr. Pepper, there it is. How close are you to Omaha? And if you're in it, don't say you're in it. Just say roughly pretty close. Or if you're more on the Lincoln area, is that right? Lincoln, Omaha, and what else? What else do they got in Nebraska? Because Omaha's been weighing pretty heavy on my mind. Pretty damn close. Yeah, the first like US tour Creeperson did, like our third or fourth show was in Omaha. And our manager completely fucked up the whole fucking thing. And there was supposed to be like a drum set there for our drummer to use, and like a full back line, so we wouldn't have to take all of our amps and drum set and all that shit. And we got there and there was nothing there, and they're like, we didn't hear shit about no fucking backline. And so we were just like running all over Omaha, calling whoever we thought could help to try to get our shit there. And then I think I ended up doing an acoustic set for like 30 minutes while the people who ran the place and the rest of the guys in the band were out collecting like drum set parts and amps and shit like that. It was a fucking nightmare. Can't remember the name of the place though. But anywho, we'd just be hanging out. What are you guys reading? You guys reading anything good? I am reading. I started it and then my computer issues happened, so I didn't do anything. But I've been reading the Hell's Angels book by Hunter S. Thompson, and it's shocking to see how much of the legend of the Hell's Angels was just because of the media. Like, the media turned the Hell's Angels into a devil you know kind of situation. Like, it's so fucking weird. It's so weird. I'm about halfway through it. It's a really interesting book. But yeah, I don't know why I kept putting it off so much. I don't know. I don't think I was interested in it very much. But it's a really, really, really interesting book. I'm reading at least one nonfiction book a month, so I'm listening to Enchantment, The Life of Audrey Hepburn. Ooh, how's that? She's a pretty interesting chick, huh? Oh shit, is this fucking empty? Yeah. Now to class the joint up, I'll have some wine. To class the joint up, I'll have some wine out of this box that I have just sitting on my dresser here. Because that's fucking classy as shit. Um, Reading Map of Bones by James Rollins. How is that? Yeah, bad moms will do it, man. What's been the best nonfiction book you've read this year? Well, while you guys tell me about that, I'm going to shill because I'm running out of time. So, if you've been living under a rock and you haven't heard about Fingering the Mundane, a collection of 6 of my out of print chapbooks, look at the link down below and help support getting this book out. There's all sorts of perks. Um, I'm giving a ton of shit away with everything, and for everyone who does any tier, I'll send one night the August chapbook to anyone who does it. So that's what we call an added bonus for helping out a mofo. Link in the description below. Let me see. Where is that book? Do I want to even play this game again? Action, adventure, thriller. It isn't too bad. I'm wondering how it'll end. Almost done with it. The wonder. If it's making you wonder, that's usually pretty good. If you were to say, action, adventure, thriller isn't too bad, I don't give a shit at how it ends, I'm almost done, then that would be awful. But wondering's good. All boys aren't born blue, born both, an intersex life or becoming by Michelle Obama. Fuck, that is a title and a half, dude. Whoo! Michelle Obama bringing out the big guns, writing some fucking important fucking books, man. Is Michelle Obama intersex? Is that a ridiculous question to ask? Should I know this already? This might be the first I've heard of it. But again, most of the books I read are like 40 to 100 years old. So I don't know if I would even know. And I'm going to tell you guys some shit here in a minute. There are 3 books there. LOL. Oh, I was like, fucking hell, dude. That's a fucking title. So, All Boys Aren't Blue is one book. Born Both, an Intersex Life. And then or Becoming by Michelle Obama. I get it. Jesus Christ. I was like, fuck, I can't believe her editors didn't fucking knock that down a peg, dude. Like, there's a lot of words in here. Maybe we can like kind of just call this Becoming Michelle. Yeah, so I guess she is not intersex. Um, hmm. Might have started a rumor there. Sorry about that, Michelle. Um, fuck. Yeah, that's how fucking rumors start. Now some fucking dickweed on BuzzFeed is gonna go, oh, so this fucking douchebag is trying to tell everyone that Michelle Obama's intersex. And now watch you go, actually, Michelle Obama is intersex, and that's what Becoming was about. Oh man, I need to just shut the fuck up. I'm gonna dig myself in a fucking deep ass hole here in a second. Woo! The wine starts flowing. I start sounding like a dumbass. We'll stick with that. Okay, so one of the things that I think I'm going to be doing with my booktube channel here is I don't want to say make it a safe space because that's not at all what I'm trying to say here. But I think I'm going to try to push the idea that if you have read like 10 books that are like the most amazing books you've ever read, that it's okay to keep rereading them if you really like them. And you don't have to read whatever's on the bestsellers list. You don't have to read what's up for book prizes and shit like that if you don't want to. I feel like there's a lot of people on BookTube who kind of push this narrative that, like, you need to be reading widely and reading as much shit as you can, you know, and all this other shit. And that's fucking bullshit because there's only so many minutes in a day. You can only turn so many pages in a lifetime. Why do that with stuff that you don't even like or you're not going to like? Why don't you just fucking read shit you know is fucking amazing? I vote read what sounds good to you. That's it. Boom. Yeah. Just, um, I don't know. Like, I've been doing BookTube now for 4 years. I don't remember. I've been doing it for a while, and it hasn't hurt me reading stuff that no one gives two shits about. Because the majority of the stuff I read, nobody fucking likes. So, yeah, I read whatever the hell I want. Boom. Hey you, salsa dance emoji. Um, how's it going? Yeah, just read whatever the fuck you want to read. But like, I've been doing this thing for the last few months where each month I host like a group read of one of my favorite books. And like this month was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. And motherfucker, that hurt. That's what you get when you try to rush. Motherfucker. And next month is Pulp by Bukowski. And that kind of fits in with like the I can't remember what they're calling it, mid March mystery shit. Whatever the fuck that is, because that is a detective story. And so it fits in with whatever the fuck that read along is that I'm usually a part of. Um, but I could listen to that book like once a week. Like I could read it a few times a year, but I listen to it on like 2 speed and it sounds like a fucking Marx Brothers routine and it just cracks me up. It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever read. 2 to 3 years on BookTube for me, I think, but my channel is so small. I like my channel because I do what I want and I do what I enjoy, and people who like me stay. Totally. Yeah, just do whatever the fuck you want to do. Jesus Christ. I'm getting very over people telling me what I should be reading and what's important for me to read. It's like, you're not the fucking book police. Like, you have a booktube channel. Just fucking read the books you like and talk about them. Like, but the key thing is read the books. Like, for fuck's sake. Hey, Christine, is Michelle Obama intersex? That came up, and I kind of want to know what is happening before I start making rumors and stuff like that, because I am someone who could start rumors. And since I think you missed that bit, we will kind of go to you on that and see what you think. And I am brushing all LOL, or no LOL, she's not. Okay, cool. So Michelle Obama is not intersex. You heard it here first, okay? She's not. Fantastic. I feel better now. I feel like I know something. I feel like I'm kind of like a journalist. I'm reporting the important facts to the people right now. So I feel good about that. I feel good about that. Oh, now do I double fist? Well, God gave me two hands, so my pants are still on. I guess I better do something with the other hand. Cheers, everybody. All right. Now we're talking. I feel good that got fucking settled. But yeah, like, BookTube is a weird place. Seems like every like 7 or 8 months, maybe a little bit longer, some kind of weird drama thing happens that creates a rift in the community, and people start picking sides and shit. And I just spilt beer in my new laptop, so breaking it in. OMG, beer and wine. Damn, it's gonna be fun tonight. If you guys didn't know it, that's how Christine talks. She does these weird inflections and holds notes and stuff. It's fucking bizarre. I can't wait till September. I'm joining 2 readathons, one horror and the other sci-fi. Which is the one with like reading short stuff? Like, is it called Short September or something like that? That's cool, because I think I don't think short stories get enough love on BookTube. So I might jump in on some of that shiz. That's French, by the way, for shit. In case you didn't know that. I'm a journalist here. I'm fucking teaching the people stuff. Cheers. We'll go wine. Man, when you're drinking a cold beer and then you take a sip of room temperature wine, it's kind of shocking. It is kind of shocking. And the sci-fi one, Sci-Fi September, right? Like, what are the rules for that? There are so many readathons next month. These are just the first 2 I saw. Yeah, like, I used to really try to keep on top of shit, but I have a hard enough time just hosting my own read-alongs on my Discord server, because I tend to, especially on books that I love, I will read them in one sitting. Like, I've read Fear and Loathing 4 times this month because it fucking cracks me up, and I could just fucking like just jam through it. Um, oh, so much fun. I fucking love it. So, but I read it the first time in one day, and like I'm hosting a readathon, and like no one's gonna sit and just read a book in one day, like if it's like a month-long thing. So, and I told everybody on the Discord server, I'm like, look, I'm gonna fuck this up because that's just kind of what I do. So, um, you gotta like bear with me here because I am going to fuck this up. I should do a poll because I kind of want to do like my favorite horror books in October. And so that would be like Frankenstein, Dracula, um, The King in Yellow, and what would be my fourth? I don't know, maybe some like ghost story shit. But sometimes I save ghost stories for December. But this one is hosted by Books or My Social Life. There are 16 prompts on a bingo board. Dude, do you know how much I fucking love bingo boards when it comes to fucking read alongs, dude? Fuck. That's some good shit. I need to do that. I just don't have the patience to fucking do fun stuff like that. But I do want to, if there's a short horror thing in September, I'll finish Teatro Grotesco because that book is fucking wonderful. Okay, so we'll read Dracula in October. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm trying to think because like I do like Jekyll and Hyde and the Invisible Man. Because I remember a couple years ago I did Yellow Tober for The King in Yellow, um, and that was really cool. And more people should fucking read The King in Yellow. It's fucking classic shit, dude. Okay, I'll do a poll or something and put that up and figure it out. But if I find that the horror one is the horror one, the 16 prompt one, or is that the sci-fi one? Because I would fucking love. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll read Dracula, and I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. It's not a great book. It has great things in it, and it's very epistolary, like letters and journals and recordings, and so it's a little jarring. And I think that's kind of Books of Blood is hosting that 70s horror reader challenge. Oh man, I love 70s fucking horror books. God damn it. It's so funny. Like I'm trying to not read anything extra. I'm trying to finish all the reading that I've started that I haven't finished this year. So but if you guys like short stories, Teatro Grotesco, I was doing the conspiracy grotesco thing in June where I was reading a story out of here every day and a chapter of come on you bitch, Conspiracy Against the Human Race by Thomas Sagatti. Hey, I got some notes. If you guys are interested, I have some notes on this book here. But yeah, so I was doing these, and then the Poetic Anarchy course started, and I couldn't keep up with my reading because I was doing that. And so I'm like, oh, I'll just hold this stuff off. And I was originally going to hold it off till October, but I saw somebody doing Short September or something like that, and I'm assuming it's a short story thing. And bingo board is sci-fi. Yeah, and then we're doing New Worlds November with the Bookish Bryants and like Steve Donahue and Mark Richardson and a ton of other fuckers. Like it's like seriously, like no one's going to be able to turn BookTube on at all in November um, and not see New Worlds November in there. Books of Blood reads mostly horror. So if you have time to check him, I'm subscribed to him. He is like me, a little older. Haha. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to him because I see his videos all the time when I first go onto YouTube, but I don't know if that is like YouTube saying, "Hey, you would really like this, so fucking do what we say and subscribe to this person," or if it's because I am subscribed to that person. So I will figure that out and do that. Man, whenever there's like a fun read along, like his story time. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that channel. I saw today he was doing a read along, and it's about 90s detective novels where the main detective is a really bad detective and not really a detective. And that is like the most like niche fucking read along I have ever fucking heard of. So that was funny. And I got to start doing my Conan and my Cthulhu shit again. Um, this summer has just been fucking jam packed with shit, dude. And then because I'm doing the Fingering the Mundane on Indiegogo, only 3 days left. We're only at $560 of our $1,200 goal. We need, I mean, we have 15 beautiful backers. And if you guys could run over there, anyone who signs up now will also get a copy of One Night. The 20 poems I wrote in one night, made a book out of it. Yay. So, yeah, get on that shit. And yeah, I'm trying to think of. Oh, links in the description below. All right. So that's like my old timey newspaper salesman on the street. Hear ye, extra, extra, read all about it. Yeah, that was awful. Hey, Bunny, if you were a period, we would be peeing on a stick right now. You are late. No, I'm just kidding. How you doing? How's MMA night? Because MMA stands for mostly man action, doesn't it? Isn't that what that means? We got 10 people watching and only 5 thumbs. What the fuck is this? Some kind of weird one-handed video? Come on, let's get over there. Oh, well, look at that. Now we have only 9 people watching, but 6 people liking it. So this is fantastic. I'm going to just keep my mouth shut about stuff like that. Okay, so we have already decided, and of course, my birthday is also in September, so it's going to be an awesome month. You can have my thumb or maybe my finger. Well, I personally enjoy things better when the fingertip and the thumb tip are touching because it gives the impression of some sort of tunnel. I fell asleep and dreamt of Rover from The Prisoner. How are you? Oh my gosh, The Prisoner, like the old Prisoner, like the Be Seen You Prisoner. That's like one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. Like weird as fuck, dude. Dirt sheep. Yeah. So what are we drinking? Because we have Dr. Pepper and I think blackberry lemonade. I hope I remembered that correctly. Oh, dude, that show is so fucking good. That show is so fucking good. There we go. We got some beer in the house. Or, um, yeah. So, yeah. Cheers, my friend. Oh, wait. Cheers. Okay. Okay. Oh, don't do that. That's bad. Don't do that. I love that show, but I hate the last episode. Oh my gosh, you packed your alcohol away. No, you're supposed to pack it in. You're not supposed to pack it away. Jesus Christ. Teaching people how to drink. What the fuck is this shit? Um, so you watched the original as well. Okay, like the 60s one. I can't remember his name, Robert something. The last episode of that show, I'm not going to do spoilers, so don't worry about it. The last episode of that show had probably the most like amazing end. Like the fact that you didn't like the end is so weird because the last episode to me was just like, it was so worth it. It was just like, fuck yes. And it haunted me for quite some time. Jesus Christ, so good. Oh, and that's probably where I get my fascination with like little person butlers. I'm just gonna say it. That might be where that came from. Okay, are you talking about the one that was on AMC like 10 years ago with Ian? What's his fucking last name? McKellen or Ian McClellan? And the fact that you hate the song "Them Bones," um, like, are you talking about the Alice in Chains song "Them Bones"? Cause them bones on me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to have a talk. Yes, there is an older one than that. It's like from the 60s, and the look of it is fucking amazing. And it has this giant bubble. And like there's umbrellas, and the blazer number 6 wears is so classy. Like, I want that blazer. It's a nice blazer. I really enjoy it. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that's awesome. Good stuff. So, so alone, gonna end up a big old pile of them bones. Ah, was that on the end of the newer prisoner? Ah. Ah. It's a good song. It's a good song. Now you've got be fucked up. I don't know if you're saying I got to be fucked up or I got you fucked up. I don't understand. I feel so alone. I'm gonna end up a big old pile of damn. God, I'm gonna be singing. You know what's gonna happen? YouTube's gonna say, "Hey, I know you were totally off key and shit, but there's a copyright strike on your fucking live stream because you were singing an Alice in Chains song. Like, we didn't think it sounded like it, but some of the words you used were words that were used in the writing of the song. So we're gonna strike your fucking video now." Mad Season, totally above that album is so fucking good. Dude, when that came out, um, back in my day, no, when that album came out, I was just like, fucking hell, dude. Like, it made me wish that Mad Season was the band that Alice in Chains was. Like, I wanted them reversed. Like, I wanted Alice in Chains to be like the side project. Yeah, when he died, that really that kind of sucked. I can't remember if he went first or if Kurt Cobain went first, but I just remember um I just remember everything feeling like that whole era was ending. And then, like, I mean, it was like years later, but fucking, what's his name? Stone Temple Pilots guy died. Chris Cornell died. It was like if you sang in a band, wake up live if you haven't listened. I'll have to look and see what that is. Is that a song or is that another album? But yeah, I don't know. Like, how come I can't Scott something? And then fucking Brad from Sublime. Like everyone was just everyone was going, damn it. It sucked. Let me answer this. I'm here so alone. Fuck, that song's gonna be in my head all day until I fucking get to open fucking Spotify and fucking listen to some shit. God damn it. Ugh. YouTube, you need to fucking just chill out with the music rights issues. Like, we're all just one big fucking family here. Let's all partake in the fucking meal, dude. Jesus wasn't alone at the Last Supper, fuckers. Okay? He had a group of motherfuckers with him because it was like a deal. So come on. Share that fucking food, YouTube. Quit being weird. Oh, yeah. So we're debating on what horror books that I like that we are going to read in October, since it's like 2 fucking months away. No, it's actually only a month away. What am I talking about? So I think we're going to do Dracula. We're probably going to do Frankenstein because I love Frankenstein. You killed no chat. Quit doing that. People come and go. It's the life of a live streamer who has to depend on YouTube to send out notifications to people. The first 20 minutes, I was sitting here by myself with my thumb up my ass trying to fucking make up shit to talk about. And I was yelling about anti-maskers and all sorts of other political shit that I should never talk about. I just said anti-maskers and lost 3 viewers. So that's pretty awesome. I feel so alone. Running up a big old pile of damn bones. Frankenstein is a beautifully worded book. Like, you just have to look at it like, when this book was written, there was no such thing as TV, there was no movies, there was no nothing. So when people got a book, they wanted you to fucking paint a fucking vivid ass picture of what the fuck it was that they're looking at, you know? And for that period, I love that. But then when, like in the 90s, when I started reading Anne Rice, I was like, what is this bitch doing? Like, people have fucking TVs. People can go to the movies. Like, I don't need to know, like, how bark is shaped on a tree. Like, come on. I have only read Frankenstein as a German story because I'm fucking fancy. Well, there you go. That's how you do it then. So you read the entire book of Frankenstein as a German story, like in German, or is there like a abridged story version in German? I feel so alone. Oh my God. Christina's so dead. She them bones me. She them bones me, and I can't fucking get it out of my head now. Ugh. Damn it. She's gonna get a stern fucking talking to. LOL, it's my fault. Sorry. Yes, it is your fault, damn it. Sitting here fucking just like every 2 seconds. I think it was a bridge, so not as fancy. Don't tell anyone. Say something sexy in German. Are you ready? You ready? Something sexy in German. How was that? Did I pass the test? Did I do okay? Okay, so Frankenstein, Dracula, maybe the Invisible Man, maybe the King in Yellow, and maybe Jekyll and Hyde. But I do love the Invisible Man as well. LOL, not you, Bunny. Or wait, not you, comma Bunny, or LOL, not you, Bunny. I was going to type that. Oh shit. Yeah, you're getting called out, Bunny. So you got to start doing something. You got to say like Donka and Lederhosen. Why don't you get out of that Lederhosen? Donka. See? This is how you do stuff in Germany, dude. This is how you get it going. Hey, jump in my Volkswagen. Let's see where the night takes us. And then all the other German words I know are from black metal, and that's fucking problematic. So we should probably just put the brakes on that fucking part of the conversation real quick. Yeah. And what else? So Pulp in September, Poetic Anarchy, The Course, September 7th. And if anyone's going to be, at least it isn't a Yugo. Now, the Yugo is from Yugoslavia. Is that correct? Yeah, I wanted a Yugo. And I also wanted a Geo Metro. I have this fascination with really tiny cars. So, like, I wanted a Yugo. I wanted a Geo Metro hatchback. And I wanted a Fiat. I still want the fucking Fiat. But there was a period where everyone and their mom had fucking Honda Civic hatchbacks, and so those were everywhere. But I've always wanted like an old '60s like VW Bug or microbus or whatever. I just love little tiny cars, but I think smart cars are too little. I think they went a little too far with the how small can we make a car. Yes. Yes, I believe so. I believe that is too small. My friend had a Yugo, and I am tall. So guess who always got stuck in the back? Yep, I hear ya. Not because I'm tall. All right, I fucking dug out the brandy and made a hot toddy. Cheers. Oh, cheers. There you go. Dude, Fiats, man. Like, I'll tell you the Fiat joke. I wrote about it in one of the books. Jess, how you doing? So we got someone drinking a beer, someone drinking blackberry lemonade, someone drinking Dr. Pepper. Now someone's drinking a hot toddy. Um, I don't think Bunny has said what Bunny's drinking, and I'm gonna guess Jess is having a tall glass of water. Um, but yeah, Zoe told me that like I'm too big for a Fiat. And so they're going to have to make a new model just for me and move the letters around and have it be an FATI, a fatty, for me. And I was like kind of offended, but then I was thinking about it. And I'm like, if the front seat just had like one seat, like in the middle, that would be fantastic. I would drive a fatty with just like the front seat has one seat, two seats in the back, and the seat is in the middle, and it's like all crazy, and you have a fucking steering wheel, like all, oh, dude, I could totally fucking pimp that ride, man, and make that Fiat fucking purr. Or no, the fatty purr. Yeah. Cedar! Hi. We're talking about me driving in little tiny cars. The other thing is, since we were talking about Yugos had something very strange that not a lot of cars had. They had weird paint. The first car I ever drove was a Fiat Spider. What? See, now you're just like super cool. Like who does like James Bond shit. But there's the paint on a Yugo is really weird. And the colors were all kind of like almost like powdery, like a powder yellow. And then when that paint starts to get like a year or two old, it starts to look as if it's like 12 or 20 years old. And I've only seen that happen on Yugos. I don't know what the fuck is in the paint that they use on those cars, but it just always blew my mind. I was like, what the fuck is going on with this? I was 10 and it was my stepdad's car. He wanted me to learn manual driving. Oh my God. That's so fucking cool. A Fiat Spider. That's way cooler than a 500. Let's just say that out loud here. I also used to like the, was it the Pacer? Was that the brand of the car or was that the model? No, it was an AMC Pacer. And it looked like a gremlin, but it's the ass of it was huge. Like the hatchback portion of it was like Google it. Like it's such a fun car. I thought that car was amazing. And there was this one who black convertible shit. But there was one of these Pacers that were someone had tricked it out to look like a hearse. And I'm like, that's it. I'm gonna drive that car. That's fucking badass. Like AMC was like a cool company. Like they used to make those like station wagons with like the wood paneled sides, but they were also 4-wheel drive, so they were like super high off the ground for just like a fucking hatchback station wagon. Like, why the fuck is this car doing that? Like that whole realm of fucking vehicles, dude. I think they're so fucking cool. I'm just like a hatchback bitch. I don't know what that means. I am very basic. My favorite car is a Corvette Stingray. They're just so beautiful. That's not basic. A Corvette Stingray, that's like stepping up your game. Like if you were like basic, your favorite car would be a Toyota Camry. That would be like your go-to automobile if you were basic. Wait, who had that fucking song? Who was that? It was like funny because it was true, but it was also really depressing that it became like a meme before memes were memes. But who did that song? Ex-Girlfriends and Black Jettas. Because that's like fucking way too like legit. Oh, what was that? Who did that? Ex-Girlfriends and Black Jettas. Oh, I can't even fucking remember how it goes. What the fuck? That's fucking funny shit. Yeah. I used to also think the Pontiac Fiero was quite the eye-catching car. And my friend across the street, his like older sister had one. Google says I'm a robot. Yes. Do you guys not remember that song? Because like if you were around during that time, every girl you dated did in fact drive a black Jetta. And so it was kind of terrifying that you thought that was just a you thing, and then all of a sudden like someone's singing about it, and it makes you think someone's been like spying in your brain, like hanging out in your noodle and living your life. And so it makes everything terrifying. Um, yeah, that's some fucking scary shit. I'm gonna have to put that on a fucking playlist now. God damn it, with fucking them bones. Fuck. God damn it. But yeah. Oh yeah. So my friends. I drove a black Jetta. Shut the fuck up. Did you really? Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. Oh, that is hysterical. That is so fucking funny. Um, yeah, everyone go listen to that song now, and go. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, but my friend's sister's Fiero exploded while she was driving it. So there was something about a recall. I don't quite remember, but I like little cars. Like there are big cars that I like those newer Challengers are fucking gorgeous. Like I like fucking muscle cars. Like yeah, that's awesome. But man, just put me in a little fucking fire engine red and fucking Geo Metro, and I'll fucking drive all around town with a smile on my face. You know what I'm saying? And there's also something to be said about a hatchback, because with like a big window that you could put a ton of stickers on and have it like not look gaudy. There's something to be said about that. I do also like the Volkswagen station wagons. I can't remember exactly what they were called. They might have just been called wagon, or wagon. I don't know exactly, but those were beautiful as well. And like paint job wise, if we're going like original, like with Volkswagens, that whole like super powder baby blue that they fucking had on every goddamn fucking Volkswagen there was. But if I had a microbus, it would be black on the bottom and white on top. And I need the year that had the V in the front, just because that's the only like good looking front end of a bus. So just saying, people. Um, I drove a black Jetta. That is fucking hysterical. Yeah, that was a very fucking popular car for like a hot minute, dude. Hot minute. Google says I'm a robot. Well, if I were you, I would see a doctor right away. Boy, that joke was like an hour and a half late. Sorry, Jess. Probably could have done better with that. Oh, so we're having a lull right now. So why don't you run over to the description and the link down below? See what's happening here. The link in the description below. Run over to Indiegogo and support Fingering the Mundane, because we all need to support a little bit of fingering now and then. So it's going to be over 250 pages, probably closer to 300. It's 6 of my chapbooks that are out of print, forgiven. Thanks, Jess. Um, yeah, there's only like 3 days left. Might even be 2 by now. I have no idea how Indiegogo uses their days. But it is getting what we call down to the wire over here in Wireville. So, Jess, when you were 10 years old, you were driving a manual transmission, like you were like popping the clutch and like doing what you were doing and you were like okay with it? Good Lord. Look at me spending like an hour talking about tiny cars and bad music. Ugh. I think I learned how to drive a manual transmission in a Toyota pickup. It was my sister's husband's truck. Is that the first? Yeah, I think that was the first one. Yeah. It's not a skill I kept. Dude, I wanted a manual so bad. And right when I got my driver's license, I can't remember whose car it was. It wasn't my sister's husband's truck. But I can't remember what the fuck happened, but for like a week I was driving someone else's car. What was it? I think it was a fucking Volkswagen, like a VW Bug. But I was having to drive in and out of LA a bunch. And you don't know hell until you're stuck on the 405, man. Or the 5 even, with a manual transmission in the summer. Like, it's kind of like the worst thing in the fucking world. So, like having to fucking do the clutch and the gears, just like move like 2 inches and then put on the brakes again. I was like, fuck this, I'm getting manual or automatic. This is fucking stupid. I learned manual on a 4-speed 84 Subaru Legacy without power steering. It was intense. Oh shit. So my first car, you guys could look it up. It's a fucking beaut. It was a 1966 Pontiac Catalina 2-door. This thing, I could have fucking, if it would have floated, which it would never float, but I could have fucking like sailed this thing to fucking Japan. Okay. Like this thing like took up, like if you know, when you're in a lane, like when you're in your different lanes on the freeway, mine like kind of edged over each of the bum, 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 bum. It was a giant fucking car, but the power steering went out on that one time and I was super far from home. And so I was like, and like the funny thing was that when that car was new, it didn't have power steering and you would have to get one of those knobs. So there, I think it was in the trunk. So I went and got the knob to crank the wheel, and that what didn't help much at all. It was like, that thing was a fucking beast. Let's see, I had to learn to drive one when I lived in Florida for a job. I drove around selling meat. That's my life. I drive around and sell meat all day long, selling the meat. Selling the meat. Yeah. Fuck. Now, was it like a refrigerated meat truck or something like that? Or were you just like door to door with a catalog? Like every day is arm day. Fuck yeah, dude. Sun's out, guns out, sun's not out, guns are still out, motherfucker. It's like boom. But yeah. The thing that scared me the most was I put the knob on the wheel and I thought I had it on tight enough and I was making a left turn and the fucking thing popped and like came undone and the wheel just went like back like towards the center and I was heading right for a fucking the pole with the street sign and the traffic lights on it. Jesus Christ. Yep, meat on the truck. Let's see. That's fucking crazy. Were you selling it to individuals or were you selling it to businesses and shit like that? Was this a B2B situation or a B2C situation? I don't even know if B2C is an actual term. But let's try to talk corporate now because I have wine and my beer is empty. And I will hold my cigarettes like this because we're talking fancy talk now. House to house. Damn, dude. Whoo. In the fucking humid Florida fucking weather, dude. Damn. Yeah, I got some T-bone in here for you. But if I don't get it out of here in the next 40 minutes, all the dry ice is going to melt and all my shit's going to go rancid. So I'll give you a deal. Instead of just selling you one steak for $20, I'm going to sell you 3 steaks for $60. So let's get on this shit. LOL, B2B or B2C. Is B2C a thing, though? No business talk on a Saturday. You know, like, some businesses have to fucking run on a Saturday, dude. See, those of us in the entertainment field, there are no weekends. We work Monday through Monday. Usually only Friday through Sunday, but you know how it goes. It was an interesting job, I bet. I was a butcher for a hot minute. I probably told this story already, but like my big job was to be in the freezer and I had to cut all the fur off of the meat. Like after they skin the cattle and shit like that, every once in a while you'll find like a little patch of like skin and hair on it. And so I had to go through all of the sides of beef that came in and make sure there wasn't any fur on it. And if there was, I'd have to get it off. And then I had to go through the bigger cuts and pull out arteries because the arteries looked like big fat, like wet pasta noodles. Like they were just like wide and thick. And so I'd have to like dig in with my finger and pull them out. And then we'd have to like cut the meat to where it didn't look like I had just like fingered this giant fucking piece of beef. Speaking of fingering, down in the description below, you'll find a link where you could go support Fingering the Mundane, which is my book of 6 out of print chapbooks that only has like 3 days left. I already have 15 beautiful backers, and I think we're only at about $560. We're trying to get to $1,200 within the next couple days. So let's try to make that happen. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So let's see. There's a little bit more business talk. See, us entertainers, we never take a day off. We work fucking 24/7, 365, sometimes 366, depending on what year it is. We're like fucking doctors. Yeah. Boom. Us, entertainers, doctors, and the mango guy. 24/7, 365. Boom. That's just how it is, dude. Boom. That's how we do this. Is Cedar already gone? Cedar, what the fuck are you drinking? Don't just show up and say hi and then ignore me. Oh, well, you did a emoji, so that's okay. I support fingering. See, and YouTube hid that fucking comment. You should support fingering. Everybody should. Jesus Christ, there's only 3 days left to support fingering. Can you imagine a world without fingering? There's only so much time left, guys. Jesus. It's almost like I'm doing you guys a favor. I can't even fucking say that with a straight face. Jesus. I'm so shit at fucking selling stuff. Hear ye, hear ye. I don't even think newspaper guys do that. Extra, extra. Read all about it. There's only 3 days left of fingering. You have to support it now. Yeah. That's how shit goes. Oh, and I just want to give everyone an update. My kid made some fucking peanut butter cookies with chocolate chips in them. Fucking bomb ass shit. And they were so good and so hot that like the second you touched them, they just like fell into like 80 pieces. And so you're just like eating um, little pieces of broken cookie. And like, I haven't had cookies in months. And throwing some of that shit down this fucking gob was fucking amazing. They were only a few minutes old. Like, they were fresh out of the oven. They were delicious. Delicious. I'm just kidding. I think you mean my kid. Well, my kid is fucking 18 now. So next time my kid makes cookies, my kid better use my kid's own money and go to the fucking shop and buy all the ingredients my kid's self. So I'm not paying for all the ingredients and then being told that I'm not allowed to have that many cookies. Because if I paid for the ingredients, I should have every single one of those fucking cookies. Am I right? I mean, am I right? Ugh, LOL. Your kid. Jeez. Look at me being a dick. It's because I'm tipsy, guys. We are that far into the stream now where you're getting just the tip. See, I need to stop. Ugh, this is getting. It's the fingering jokes. God damn it. All right, so just the tipsy. You guys are getting just the tipsy. And you're not supposed to egg me on when I'm being fucking bad. Come on. You're supposed to go, shame, shame. I know your name. Yeah, come on. Let's fucking do this thing. Fuck me. My oldest just turned 27. The youngest is 9. They are so much fun when they are adults. Really, because I think 2 and 3 were the best years. Even 4. 4 was even good. I'm here for the dirty jokes. Next poetry collection title. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! There's too much happening right now. I'm hoping that me and my kid get along better because there was this weird high school period where like I was like my kid's hero before that, and then high school happened and I was not fun. Oh, that was sarcasm? Dude, you totally got my hopes up. I'm like going, oh shit, my kid's an adult now. We're going to start getting along great. We actually do have a really good relationship. I shouldn't complain because I know a lot of people have very strained relationships with their children. So now, Jess, are you saying the next poetry collection title should be I'm Here for Dirty Jokes? Or, shit, what did I say about the tip? See? I can't remember what the joke was. Jess, do you remember it? You're drinking water. What did I say? What did I say, Roy? Just just the tipsy. Fuck. My daughter's 14. She's gonna be so lucky to be 15. Like lucky in the sense that poems about drinking. Or poems about me trying to not be a fucking dumbass on a fucking live stream. Jesus Christ. Jess, you were there when I found out that I was molested by doctors when I was younger, right? On a live stream. That was a fucking big fucking bombshell. I second that title, just the tipsy. I like it. I like it. Next poetry collection, just the tipsy. I was going to call it Hell Rising, but just the tipsy sounds better. I was. So Jess was there. So that did happen. Okay. Didn't mean for this to get dark, guys. I was just like remembering awful things I've said in live streams and realizations that come out of them. Let's see. I second that title. Okay, so yeah. And I believe it's Night Fairy. Am I correct in your channel name? My daughter's 14. She's going to be lucky to be 15. Does that mean your 14-year-old daughter makes you so enraged that you might strangle your daughter before your daughter turns 15? Or is your daughter stuck in a time machine or a machine that halts the aging process? I don't know if said machines exist. Fear, but I was trying to be fairy. Okay, so I'll just call you Night. Night Fear. I'll just call you Night Fear. Or I'll call you Fear. Or I'll call you a fairy. What do you want me to call you? This delay, the strangling one. Let's see. We have strangling, we have time machines, and we have anti-aging machines. We're gonna go with strangling. Strangling is the thing. Yeah, like my kid never. We've had a really good relationship. Whichever. Okay. So I will call you whichever for now on. So you pick the name. So now you're fucking stuck with it. Um, yeah. Okay. So things that have happened in this stream. So many things have happened. Just the tipsy. We're calling Night Fear whichever for now on. We're strangling kids. We're finding out about the things we repressed, and we're reading Dracula in October, and probably Frankenstein, and Pulp next month. Oh, 7 kids and she's their only girl. Oh my gosh. Poor fucking kid, dude. Oh. And then going through, hang on, the change. Oh, that must be rough as shit, man. Fuck. Boys can be awful. That must be fucking so difficult. Mm. Okay, shit got too real in here. Let's get back to just the tipsy. That was at 10. Oh no. Oh God. That's I feel for you and I'm very sorry. That got fucking held by fucking YouTube. She's learning boys suck. Like, yeah. YouTube, she wasn't talking about going to a gay bar. She was talking about just boys in general. You gotta fucking like ease up on how much you fucking hold for review. For fuck's sake. YouTube. Held for review. Yeah, I need to, Jess, I need to write about that. That whole, like, that whole thing, because I feel like it didn't bother me because I didn't know that that's what was going on. So, and I've been trying to think, because it came up again recently, and I was trying to think if, like, how my thoughts would have been different about those events if I would have known at the time that that's what was happening during those events. Like, if I, like, what would have changed in me? Like, would I have been like a different person? Would I look at life differently? Would I be afraid to go into a doctor's office ever again? I just thought that's how physicals went. Like, I had 2 physicals in a row and they were both kind of shady. So it's like I never even thought that that wasn't what happens during a physical. So I probably need to process that shit and write it out like a normal fucking poet. uh, a weaver of the word. God, I'm just fucking talking shit now, for fuck's sake. I'm talking about a serious fucking thing here, and I'm fucking making jokes and shit. Yeah, boys do suck. Oh, you spelt out sucks, so YouTube can suck it. Yeah, there you go. I said sucks a lot right then. Yeah. Bunny is like the perpetual, like, YouTube's gonna just fuck her on everything. Like, Bunny will just say, "What did you have for breakfast?" And YouTube's like, "What? Nope, we know this chick. We're holding this for review." We know that breakfast is a euphemism for something filthy. It's coming from Bunny. So we're going to hold on to this, and we're going to let you be the judge on if she's being horrible and needs to be booted out of your chat. It's so funny. She could say anything, and YouTube fucking holds it for review. It fucking cracks me up. Oh, and just so you guys know, the next Poetic Anarchy course is going to be so fucking big. Like, I'm not 100% on if I fuck this up, because I think I had a set of notes on my phone and a set of notes on my computer. But so there might be like fucking like 15 people like in the actual class. So and I think I'm gonna just try to do it and not put a cap on it and just see what it's like having that many people in it. I still feel so bad you weren't upset about it until then. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Yeah, I think it is. Like, it was just one of those things where I'm like, oh, okay, I had two really awkward physicals, and then the next year's physical didn't do some of those things. So maybe they just changed how they do physicals. Like, I was so like fucking like, they could have fucking shit in an ice cream cone and told me it was fucking my dessert, and I would be, oh, ice cream, okay. I was like, just all right. Had no idea. It was so shocking to have that happen on a fucking live stream. Everyone's like, dude, you were molested. Dude, that doesn't happen. What happened? Somebody, okay, if I remember correctly, somebody was having a physical. Like, someone was either just got back from having a physical or something. And I'm like, oh, did they do that thing where they like get on their knees and squeeze your nuts and start rubbing your nipple? And everyone's like, no, like that doesn't fucking happen. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, are you sure that doesn't happen? Well, did they do the thing where they like put your knees behind your ear and look down your asshole? Did they do that? No. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, yeah, so that's funny. Good times. Good times. Yeah. And I don't think I'm even upset about it now. It's just a weird fucking thing. Like, it's just weird. Like, like when you go that long without knowing that that's what happened, it's like you feel like, oh, should I be upset about this, or should I just like be okay with it because it didn't bother me? It didn't like, I didn't like start going around and like every time I saw a dude like get on my knees and grab their balls and their nipples, like it wasn't like anything about me changed. I just thought that's what a physical was. I mean, the doctor even told me men get breast cancer. So I was like, oh, I'm so glad you can laugh about that. Well, I don't know what the fuck else she would do. Like, yeah, it's just, that's the thing. Like, I mean, it hasn't bothered me up until now. So now if I were to be like, oh my God, that really upsets me, like that would be weird because like it hasn't bothered me up until now. And like even now it hasn't bothered me. I just think it's weird. I feel kind of stupid that I didn't know that that's what happened until like fuck, I don't know. Let me do the math here. That can't be right. Okay. Okay, so I for like 28 years I had no idea that that's what happened. Is that right? 28? Fuck. I'm old as shit, dude. I think there's dust on mummies that's younger than me. Jesus. Wow. So, speaking of getting molested by a doctor, if you go down to the description below, you'll see a link for the Indiegogo campaign for Fingering the Mundane. It looks like that. The link doesn't, but when you get there, it looks like that because it's my finger doing that. We only have like 3 days left, so get down into your pockets and give till it hurts. Until you're like, shit, I don't have enough money for the rent on the first. That's how much you're supposed to give. Like when you think about it, go and then click that perk. Whatever that perk is, that's what you want. Give until you don't think you're going to be able to pay the rent, because you'll be able to pay the rent. It's fine. Pro segue. That's kind of what I do. Like, I think there are job positions out there that don't exist, that if they did exist, I'd be a fucking millionaire. So like segues are really good. Like I kind of excel at that. Euphemisms that also work as titles. I think I'm pretty good at that. I'm a good jingle writer, and I know that thing works. That's an actual job out there. But I think my soul would feel crushed if I was just writing jingles. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you get in on any tier, you're going to get a copy of One Night, which is the August chapbook by this guy here. So I know that's in one of the perks as a add-on, not an add-on thing, but like there's one perk that gives you all the chapbooks, and that was included in there as like the big bonus. But now I'm going to just give that to everyone who has signed up for any tier. So, and I think we'll go about another 20 minutes here, and then I'm going to have to put some music on and start dancing because I'm getting angsty. Like I can't drink this much and not be like dancing all over the place and singing out loud. Like I can talk about lots of shit, but yeah, I need my alone dancing drunk time. I'm not an alcoholic, guys. I only drink when I'm by myself or with other people. So everything's okay. You guys don't have to worry about me. That's another title. I only drink by myself or with other people. I should be writing this shit down. Because it's not like I'm going to come back and fucking watch this just for this information. So, here, I'm going to start a new note. Great titles, just like in Shakespeare in Love. I always think of that. Whenever I think of a title and it's a good title, I picture that scene where he's like, yeah, but what are you going to call it? And he'll say like the name of it. He's like, it's a great title. That's the only part of that movie I remember. In fact, I remember that movie being a fucking load of horse shit, but the great title line I like related to. And I was like, oh, motherfucker, you know who you're talking to. You know who your audience is. Okay, so just the tipsy, and I only drink with others or by myself. Huh, that's classic. I had an idea for a video. I'd love to see you do the rant lulz. Does that say lulz? A horror movie tier list. Oh, whoa. Do the rant lulz. I don't know what that means, but you piqued me at horror movie tier list. Oh, like the lulz. Like not like on Smiley. Like I do it for the lulz. That's actually exactly what you mean. Okay. Yeah, I'm not fucking 90. I know what fucking lulz are. God damn it. Jesus Christ. Um, okay, you want me to do a video that is a horror movie tier list? Give me a little more background. Explain how you want this tier list to work because my mind's already going. Tahee. So funny, you guys were like, yeah, you're not 90. Wink. Yeah, okay. Moving right along. No, explain this horror tier thing. Because I do like lists. I'm not gonna lie. Um, and I love to bitch about stuff. So gimme. What am I doing here? Just like a tier list, like these movies are really good, these ones are kind of good, and these ones are shit. And then these ones are really good because of how shit they are, because that's a whole different list. That is a whole different list. They have a tier list site where you can search horror movies and then rate them. Oh my F. All of these things. Okay, Jess. I don't know who they are, but I know who you are. So send me a link, not in the chat, but send me a link in like an email or on Patreon or something to this thing of which you speak, because I think I will eviscerate this shit. I want you to rant about modern horror. Oh God. See, here's the fucking problem. Oh my God. Most people, okay, most modern horror films, okay, there is a, we will even call this a caste system, okay? What a lot of people don't know is that horror movies, especially in the last like 20 years, unless there is something on the bottom of it called Bloomhouse or something like that, horror movies are where people either go to get discovered, to get their chops and stuff like that, or to die. Okay. So you have like a young director who wants to push the envelope, and that's why they're making horror movies. But so they're going to want to have some like dirty jokes in it, and have someone do something horrific to a lady's nether region. Like that's almost like the whole reason why they get into this, it seems like. And then they go and get like some movie deal, and then they find out that they're not allowed to do those things, and so they kind of like, they're like, shit, well, what am I going to do? I only have this much money. So then they hire a bunch of people who aren't very good but who are willing to work for a lot less money so they can put a lot more money into the movie to try to make it look better. Then, okay, you end up with all these people who are kind of starting out, and you end up with people who don't know how to do certain things, like behind the camera stuff, like cinematography, lighting, sound. Like you have a bunch of people who kind of know what to do, but they don't know what to do. So then they do all this shit, and then they like basically throw their hands up and say, well, we'll fix it in post. And then unless they get like one of the greatest editors of all time to fix all the fuck ups they made in their movie, which will be plenty, especially if they didn't get enough coverage, they're going to be stuck with a fucking turd of a movie. So then what they're going to do is take the poster or the like horizontal Netflix poster and try to make it look exactly like a poster of a successful film. Or they will try to take the title and try to change the title and call it something that looks like something that was popular at some point, to just kind of trick people. So a big, for instance, here is I made a, I didn't even think it was like a superhero parody movie. I thought it was just like a superhero movie. It was called Finger Bang, and it was about a guy called the Finger Banger who could like shoot out of his fingers. And this was like, I think 2012 is when I did it. And it was a really fun movie. I really liked it a lot. When the movie came out in distribution, they changed the name of it to another superhero movie because there were all those not another teen movie and scary movie and all this other fucking shit. And then they fucking redid the artwork, the posters and shit with people who weren't in the movie. Like they went and had like a photo shoot with all these people dressed in the wardrobes of people in the movie, but they weren't in the movie. And like they had tons of DM'd link on Instagram. Perfect. So I don't know. So like there's just, I think after the SD like direct to DVD video boom happened, like anyone who could make a movie probably shouldn't have. And if they had any knowledge of how to actually make a movie, they stayed away from horror. So that's kind of where you fell when that happened. So I think the 1970s were the last period of innocence and originality in horror films. The 80s did well, but I think the 80s were just aping everything that they did in the 70s. So it wasn't a very original time. But the 1970s, that was like the last high water mark in film, I think. And I don't just mean horror, I mean in film, in what they call cinema. That was just like the fucking Wild West, and it was fucking beautiful. Wow, that was a bit of a rant there for you with some personal XP. You like that? I even used some video game references for anyone who normally watches the fun on Twitch. Whew. So are there any other questions? We have like 10 minutes left here. Does anybody want to pick my brain? I will let you. I will let you right now. Oh, I cut my hair with scissors by myself when I was angry. Did I do okay? Okay. Hello, fellow kids. I fucking love that shit. What was that even from? I've seen that fucking GIF on so much shit with Steve Buscemi. What was that actual from? What was that actual from? That's not a complete sentence. What was that actually from? And hey, I'm going to show you guys my rat tail because my rat tail is getting super long. Look at that. Yeah. I'm turning into a fucking piece of human garbage right before your eyes. This is amazing. Dude, speaking of modern horror movies are so bad, my kid was like, Dad, you have to fucking watch this because this is fucking bad. She shows me this trailer for a movie called The Stairs. Have you guys seen this fucking trailer? Oh, was that on fucking 30 Rock? Dude, I fucking loved that show, man. Okay, so this movie, The Stairs. If you haven't seen the fucking trailer for this fucking hunk of dong, go fucking look it up. The idea behind it is kind of cool, and there is some actual mythology behind it. But dude, the shots in it are fucking bad at best, and these actors, dude, it's like, oh, I'm supposed to be scared. What are my lines? Let me read them. Assured instant hand sanitizer kills 99% sign of germs! Exclamation point. It's like, you guys are fucking awful. Like, who is doing quality control here? So yeah, I saw that and I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. And then the other night, Zoe was watching Slaughter High, which is one of like the worst 80s horror movies. I don't watch trailers either. Yeah, make an exception for this because you will not watch this movie. Um, but yeah, she was watching Slaughter High, and Slaughter High is, I don't know if it's just the transfer is so bad, but the movie's really awful. And there's some cool bits, like there's some really amazing special effects in it that actually made me sick. Um, but the movie itself is so fucking awful. But even an awful movie in the 80s is so much better than an awful movie now because at least in the 80s, people, there were tradesmen, there were people who knew how to do shit. There were people who knew special effects. There were people who knew how to light a fucking set. There were people who knew how to block a shot. Even though there are a couple shots in this movie that I'm like, how did anyone okay this fucking setup here? This is bad. But now it's like we're just gonna fucking throw everything at the fucking wall, see what sticks, and we'll fix it in post. And I was one of the um, I don't want to call myself a pioneer at fix it in post, but I would shoot a film in a day or two. Like, and people got one take, so if they didn't know their lines, they would look like a dumbass on camera. I didn't give a shit. Like, we're on a schedule. We're gonna make this movie. I have things that I want to do to make this fucking look super fucking cool. You're not gonna get in my way. Blah 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 blah. But I feel like people who watch my movies are probably like, "Oh shit, that's bad. Why would they do that?" Um, and they were budgetary reasons. But when you see these movies that have more than $5,000 to make a movie, and they're still doing all the shit that I did when I was making a movie for like $700, it's like, why? Like, why did this happen? Because like their whole budget might have been, let's say their budget was $500,000 and they use that to shoot the movie. Well, now the movie's in the can, but it's going to cost like um, $750,000 on post just to make this movie not look like a piece of shit, and it's still going to look like a piece of shit. So, boom, man, I just went down a deep dark hole. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I used to make movies under the name Creeperson. You could IMDb that shit. Um, yeah, that happened. That was a part of my life. And making movies with people from that neck of the woods down there in LA made me um, hate something that I grew up loving, and I'll never forgive them for that. So that's a thing. Hmm. Maybe I'll do some like Kill Bill scenario because of that. Yeah, I've been actually working on it a little bit, and I've been working on it in two different forms. I've been working on a like a novel form of it and a poetry form of it, because some events that happen lend itself really well to poetry. Um, but in making it a cohesive from beginning to end story, I would have to write it as a like a book, and I don't know if I want to do that yet. The poetry bit I could do, and I've been doing little bits of it, but somebody died, a producer that made my life a living hell for many years. And when he died, um, I felt like a lot of the hesitation I had to write something about that period of my life um, went away. So I still feel like I can do that now, but there's still just a couple things that are like, God, do I really want to spend this much time living in the past when I'm feeling so like productive and creative? Like I feel like if I hit like some sort of like writer's block or like a weird slump, I have that in my back pocket to go to. But as of right now, I would rather write about either shit that's happening or write about new ideas that I have. But that one too has a great title, and I'm not going to reveal it. So, but when it comes out, you'll go, "Oh shit, that is a fucking good title. Good job, dude." Yeah. Hello, fellow kids. Oh man. All right, guys, we are winding this down. We are setting our clocks back to New Year's Eve on 1999 because we are going to party like it's. So, I want to thank all you guys for hanging out with me. When I first started this thing and nobody was here, I was like, yeah, I'm going to end this right now. But I stuck with it. So, I'm very proud of myself for that and proud that you guys wanted to spend your evening with me. That was fun. I enjoyed that a great deal. So thank you for the likes, thank you for the views, thank you for the subscribes, and please run over to Indiegogo.com so you can support Fingering the Mundane, a fat ass book of a bunch of poetry and my out of print stuff, all bound together with all sorts of fun ass shit for you to fucking look through and give till it hurts. Give until you're not sure if you're going to be able to pay your rent on the first. And I will give you a virtual high five and I don't know, other stuff, I guess. There's all sorts of stuff. But I got to put some music on. I feel like my brain's leaking out of my ear holes. So thank you guys. You guys have been wonderful, and I will see you later.